He was the man who once called rain from the skies, the spiritual son of Bob Marley, the voice of the oppressed, and the prophet of African unity. By 1997, Majek Fashek had journeyed far from the streets of Benin City, his home city. The album he released that year, The Rainmaker, also known as Promised Land in Nigeria, was a reflection of that journey. This is a story of longing, exile, and spiritual searching. This is The Rainmaker. Unlike the raw, explosive energy of Prisoner of Conscience or the polished crossover ambition of Spirit of Love, Rainmaker is rich in reflection, social commentary, and musical fusion. It is an album of questions, memories, and drifting souls. Let's dive straight into the music that made up the album Promised Land. Kpangolo, a fiery Afro-reggae banger. Kpangolo refers to the clanging of tin cans, street music, protest sound, survival sound. It is both sonic and symbolic, representing the voice of the poor and the urgency of the street. Majek Fashek once described his music as Kpangolo, a fusion of roots, reggae, rock and roll, and traditional African rhythms. In that sense, this track is a manifesto. He was a pioneer of reggae rock fusion alongside global acts like the Police and Sting. Promised Land. This title track is deeply philosophical and spiritual. Majek reimagines the biblical Promised Land as both a vision of Africa's redemption and a metaphor for personal inner peace. It is not a triumphant anthem like Send Down the Rain. It is a meditative prayer, a soft, melancholic call for transformation, not a destination, but a mindset. Promised Land is a mindset. Selling. One of the most poignant and vulnerable songs on the album, Selling speaks to drifting between countries, between different lands, between dreams, and between realities. The gentle guitar riffs, atmospheric backing vocals, and almost whispered delivery turn this song into a sailor's lament. It feels like Majek is lost at sea, emotionally, spiritually, and the music drifts right along with him. Now, let's take a breather to allow those that just watch without subscribing to this channel to click on that subscribe button so that you have notification when we drop new videos. And I'll let you know that we drop videos every damn week. Hotel California. Hotel California is a bold and unexpected reggae transformation of the Eagles rock classic. Majek doesn't just cover the song, he translates it into his own idiom. The laid-back rhythm and soulful delivery brings new meaning to the song's themes of illusion and captivity. It is not mimicry, but it is a reinvention. Hey Joe. Now, this is a special one. Hey Joe is Majek Fashek's homage to Jimi Hendrix, but with a twist. Majek had teased the song's haunting riff as far back as his debut album Prisoner of Conscience in the track I've Got the Feeling. But here in Rainmaker, he finally delivers a full-blown reggae rock version of the Hendrix classic. But don't expect a note-for-note cover. Majek channels the spirit of the original, then bends it to his own purpose. The guitar cries, the rhythm rolls, and his voice, anguished and electric, makes Hey Joe feel like a lament from the African diaspora, a man on the run, a soul in turmoil. It is a powerful nod to his rock influences and a bold inclusion on a reggae album. Jimi Hendrix would have been very proud listening to Majek Fashek redoing this great classic of his. Love and Affection. This track is a heartfelt declaration, stripped of politics and prophecy. Here, Majek sets aside his spiritual warrior mantle and sings simply as a man in love. Love and Affection leans more into soul and soft rock than roots reggae, revealing another layer of Majek's versatility. The guitar lines are warm, the rhythm is easy, and the lyrics are direct. Give me your love and affection. It is tender, sincere, and refreshingly human. In a way, this track reminds us that Majek wasn't just a mystic or a revolutionary, he was also a man craving connection and relationship. LA, talking about Los Angeles, a streetwise autobiographical tract about Majek's time in America, like he did in Majek Fashek in New York. Here he paints Los Angeles with gritty realism, the good, the bad, and the alienating. This is less mystical Majek, more observational. The beat leans into rock reggae, and the lyrics reveal a man caught between fame and frustration, dreams and disillusionment. Prostitute and Destitute, a socially conscious tract that echoes Bob Marley's Dembelefu and Fela Kuti's street-level narratives. Majek sings not with pity, but with deep empathy for society's forgotten sex workers, the homeless, the marginalized. It is a critique of moral hypocrisy and a call to compassion. Classic Majek Fashek. In Prostitute and Destitute, Majek Fashek touched on the institution of marriage, calling out those that abuse the spiritual principles of this great institution. African unity. Majek revisits one of his most powerful lifelong themes. This vision is more mature, more subdued, but no less urgent. A call for unity in the face of Africa's fractured politics and colonial scars. The message, as true in 1997 as it was in the 80s, Africa must unite to survive. And at this time, Africa needs this unity more than ever before. I want to know a soulful, slightly bluesy track. Here, Majek isn't the preacher or the prophet, he is the seeker. The lyrics hint at longing for love, for meaning, maybe even for God. The arrangement is clean and stripped back. The vulnerability is raw. Overall, Rainmaker is a journey's album, physical, spiritual, and emotional. It wrestles with fame, displacement, addiction, and redemption. Musically, it blends reggae with more rock, blues, and soul than ever before. You can hear the ghosts of Hendrix, Marley, and Fela whispering in the corners. Majek isn't chasing hits, he's trying to make sense of his path. The voice is older, the messages are deeper, the prophet has seen too much and had too much to say. The Rainmaker album isn't Majek Fashek's most famous work, but it may be his most balanced, musically rich, emotionally raw, and spiritually charged. It captures a man at a crossroad searching for peace while carrying the burden of his religion. For fans of Afro reggae, roots rock fusion, and a deeply personal songwriting, Rainmaker is a late career gem that deserves far more recognition. This is Music in My Ears, the Nigerian Music History channel. Thank you for joining us in this project. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel as a way of encouraging us to do better in our presentations. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.